Yo, what up guys? You have probably seen these 2D explainer style videos all over YouTube. They are going viral like crazy right now, and building a profitable YouTube channel like this is easier than ever. Now normally I mostly do short form tutorials and focus on YouTube Shorts. But today I also want to talk about long form videos because long form can be extremely profitable as well. For example, check out this long form video right here. It got around 100,000 views and made over $700. Now compare that to this YouTube short that got around 800,000 views and it only made around $150. So even though shorts can get a lot of views, long form videos will make way more money per view. Now let me actually show you some of the channels that are posting these 2D explainer style videos. As you can see, these videos are consistently performing really well, and even though this type of content has been around for a while, these videos are still going viral. And the best part is that you can use this format in a lot of different niches. You can do sports, finance, psychology, history, health, or basically anything where you can explain interesting topics in a simple way. So in today's video, I will show you how to create these videos super easy and fast. The very first step in order to make a video like this is creating the script. For that, I'm going to head over to Claude AI. Here you can get creative, paste in your own idea, and tell Claude what kind of video you want to create. But what you can also do is use this master prompt. With this prompt, all we have to do is enter the topic. And for this video, I think something like football rules could work really well because right now the World Cup is going on, so something like that could be trending. I will link the prompt in the description. All we have to do is paste the prompt into Claude with the new Fable 5 model. It will understand what we want to create and generate the script for us. As you can see, Claude has now generated the complete script. The title is 10 football rules that decide everything. And these scripts will always follow a simple top 10 format. So you will always get 10 different subtopics inside one main topic, and then Claude creates the explanation for each one of them. For example, we start with the offside rule, then we have the explanation for the offside rule. After that we have the handball rule as the second one, then the advantage rule, and so on. So this will be our script for the video. Now it's time for the fun part, creating the visuals. And you might think that this part is hard, because normally you would have to create every single image manually, but I will show you how we can create these visuals without doing much work. For that, I'm going to open a new Claude chat. Before we start generating the images, we need to connect Higgsfield to Claude. So inside Claude, go to settings, click on connectors, and here you want to add a custom connector. You will find the connector inside Higgsfield. So open Higgsfield, sign up if you don't have an account yet, and then go to the MCP section. Here you can connect Higgsfield to Claude. This basically allows Claude to use Higgsfield to generate images and videos for us. Copy the link, paste it into Claude, name it Higgsfield, and then click add, connect, and allow. Now Claude is connected to Higgsfield. If you click on the little plus icon and go to connectors, you can see that Higgsfield is now active. Okay, technically you could just paste the script in and tell Claude that you want one image for every sentence, but I created another prompt for this, so the results are much more consistent. This prompt tells Claude what kind of images we need, what style they should follow, and how the images should match the script. So I'll paste the prompt into Claude. I also linked it in the description. Now Claude understands what we want. All we have to do is paste in our script. So I will go back to the script and copy it. For this tutorial, I will only copy the first two rules because I don't want the example to be too long. But normally you would paste in the entire script. Okay, now we can sit back and watch Claude generating everything for us. It will split the script into all the sentences and sections that need a picture. And as you can see, it starts with the image number 1 and it is using Higgsfield to create the picture. Here we have the first image. And honestly, it looks really good. It's exactly what I wanted. We have this messy paint style look, which is perfect for this type of explainer video. Here you can see the second picture with the offside line. Then we have another image explaining that even a shoulder can be offside. And Claude is already generating the next image. As you can see, it is doing all of that for us. We don't have to do anything. All you have to do is paste in your script and let Claude do its thing with the new Fable 5 model. Okay, as you can see, all of our images are now generated. They are all in the 16:9 ratio, which is exactly what we need. And we also have the same style throughout the pictures. We also have a little bit of funny stuff inside the images because that is what I asked for in the prompt. But obviously you can play around with the style. If you want a super clean looking style, you can also use that. Now, if you go over to Higgsfield and open our image history, you can see that all of our images appear here. And now all we have to do is download these images. Okay, now that we have generated the images for the video, another thing we want to do is create the images for the thumbnail and the cool zoom in explainer animation. For that, we need some small icons or pictograms for the different topics. So what you want to do is go back to the Claude chat and type something like, create one separate square one-on-one image for each rule, using the same messy paint style. And again, as you can see, Claude selects the one-on-one ratio because we want these images in a square format. And for every rule, it gives us one picture. So here we have offside at the beginning, then handball, and so on. If you go to our Higgsfield history and refresh the page, they also appear right here. Now we can download all of these as well. If you want to try Higgsfield yourself, I will leave the link in the description. Now that we have all the visuals that we need, we want to create the actual voiceover. For that, I'm going to open 11 Labs. Then I will go back to the script and copy it. Again, for this tutorial, I will only copy the first rule so the example doesn't get too long. Then I will paste that into 11 Labs and select a good voice. One thing I would recommend is to use your own voice or clone your own voice if you want to build a serious channel, because nowadays a lot of people are using the same AI voices and it can make your videos sound a little bit too generic. But you can also choose a good 11 Labs voice. Now all we have to do is press generate speech. Once the voiceover is generated, we download it. And now we can start editing and putting everything together. For that, you can use any video editor. I'm just going to do it with CapCut. The very first thing you want to do is import your voiceover. Now if you want to, you can go through the voiceover and cut out some of the small pauses so the pacing feels a little bit cleaner. After that, we also want to import the images we generated. So I will import all of the images that we created for the voiceover and drag them onto the timeline. Now if they aren't in the correct order, place them into the right order. Go through the voiceover sentence by sentence and trim the images so they fit what is being said. For example, when the voiceover talks about the offside rule, we use the offside images. So you just go through the video and match the visuals to the voiceover. Okay, now our video already looks really good and you could already export the video like this, but we can make it a little bit cleaner. As you know, we created these cool pictogram looking images that we can use whenever a new topic is being introduced. So now what we want to do is import all of these square images we created. We also want to import a white image and scale it up. Then we place all of the square images on top of the white background. Once we have done that, we can start styling it. For example, we are starting with the offside rule. So we will put the offside image in the left upper corner. Next up, we have handball, so we put it right next to it. Then we make everything a little bit smaller and put the rules into the right order. Just style them so all of the rules fit nicely on the screen. To make it look a little bit cleaner, we can also add a mask effect, something like a circle. So we go through the pictograms and add circle masks to them. Once we have done that, we can start adding the text. For example, we start with offside and put it underneath the first rule. Then we choose a nice font and continue adding the text for the other rule. As you can see, we now have this complete clean looking layout. And we could also use this later for our thumbnail. Now let's create the zoom animation. Select all of the elements and create a compound clip. After that, go to video, add a keyframe, move forward a little bit, zoom in slightly on the offside rule and create another keyframe. Now we have this cool zoom in effect on the offside rule. And you can do the same thing throughout the video. Whenever a new rule starts, you zoom in on the matching icon. So next up, we have the handball rule. We put the layout at that part of the video, add a keyframe and zoom in on the handball icon. This is a very simple animation, but it makes the video look much more advanced. Just add this animation whenever you explain a new topic. And now what you can also do is take a screenshot of this layout and use it as your thumbnail. One tip I have for you is that you can make the thumbnails a little bit more clickable by adding a one curiosity or clickbait based element. For example, you could change one of the topics and add something funny or unusual looking. Something like the sock rule. Okay, now we are pretty much finished. I don't know exactly how long it took, maybe around 15 to 20 minutes. And yeah, let's check out the final result.
The offside rule. Offside is the rule that kills more goals than any goalkeeper ever will. It sounds simple. If you are closer to the opponent's goal.
Okay, as you can see, it looks really clean. We have these cool drawings that fit the voiceover really well. And whenever a new rule starts, we have this simple zoom in animation on the matching icon, which makes the video much easier to follow. You can create these videos in a lot of different niches. You can do sports, psychology, history, finance, or whatever you are interested in. And obviously, for this example, I use this messy paint drawing style because I like the look. But you can also use a different style. And if you want to try this workflow yourself, definitely check out Higgsfield. I will leave the link in the description. Now, if you are struggling to build your own YouTube channel and you need help with finding a niche, creating videos and actually growing your channel, you can also check out my community. Inside you get direct access to me and I help you grow and build your channel. I also offer a one-on-one mentorship. You can apply to it below.